Guy in the Glass, 6 questions to see the man you were meant to be. That's what this video is about. It's a 5-minute overview. Maybe I'm coming onto your podcast or you're coming onto mine, or you just want to know about this book. Here you go. So this book came out recently as I'm recording this. It is the month of April 2026, hot off the press. And it's a book that really crystallizes my passion in both being a man and in guiding men. Now, it's not only for men. It's for women to understand men. It's for women to understand themselves too. 80% of it is just the human experience, but that 20% is a difference maker. It's also for women to get into the hands of their fathers and their sons and their husbands and brothers, because my mission is simple, though not easy to do. I want every man to know, articulate, and live their why, their meaning, their purpose. And that's what this book is all about. It begins framing this conversation between my two fathers, my birth father, my beloved father, Shelley Perlman, and my spiritual father, Viktor Frankl. I'll tell you about both of them. So the story does open with a very graphic and difficult topic, of course, suicide. And my father's suicide was particularly gruesome. Certainly was to me, I think, in general. And it's about a man who had everything externally, but he had nothing internally. And how do I know that? Because he killed himself. Because he was a great man, but he didn't know it. He didn't see it. He didn't experience it when he went to the mirror. The guy in the glass, he didn't love and respect the guy staring back. My other father, Viktor Frankl, father of logotherapy, author of 39 books, including Man's Search for Meaning, was in the Holocaust and had everything taken from him, but he went to the mirror, the guy in the glass, and he saw that man and he respected that man, and therefore he had everything in spite of the world taking everything away from him. He had what he called his defiant spirit. So those are sort of the two bookends, if you will, of the introduction, and it's also framed with a poem, The Guy in the Glass. This was a poem written in 1934. My grandfather gave it to me when I was in my early 20s or so, late teens, early 20s. And it's about, well, just that. When you go to the mirror, when you go to the guy in the glass, who do you see staring back? And the men that I know, love, and guide see both extremes. A man they don't love and a man they do love or could love or should love. And this book is to help them discover that man and to not make my father's choices and to make the types of choices that help them take back their power, because that's what this is all about. It is not a book about suicide or even suicide prevention. It's a book about life and living your best life and taking back your power, as Viktor Frankl says, to choose your response to whatever your circumstances are in your life. And that's really what this is. Now, it's framed in all places in a bar. And it's a fictional narrative about a guy at 40 years old who walks into a bar. And it's fun. It doesn't sound fun at the beginning. It's pretty, intense introduction. But then it's a guy in a bar with 6 questions, 6 pickup lines. He's used these pickup lines in the past, and now they're being used to him or against him. And they're very simple questions. What's your name? And what do you do? And come here often? And are you single? And what's your number? And how are you getting home? And although it sounds trivial and cheesy, they're actually deep, spiritual, existential questions that every man must be asked and he must learn to answer, and not in the same shallow way that we've always answered them before. What's your name is deep. What do you do is complex, and so on and so forth. So this guy, who's, again, midlife crossroads, goes through this journey in the bar and is asked and answers these questions. And in the process, he wakes up. And in the process, he goes to the mirror. And in the process, he discovers himself, returns to himself, his true self. I wrote it at the midlife crossroads because I wanted young men to look towards something. I wanted older men to look back at something. And I wanted those men who's standing at the midlife crossroads to be at that point when we need direction, we need guidance, we need insight that we just haven't been given, that we don't have. And so it's this sort of midlife crossroads that brings all my men together into this bar to answer these 6 simple but not easy to answer questions. It's fun, it's a bit irreverent, it draws upon Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism, the Enneagram, certainly a lot of Viktor Frankl and logotherapy, Buddhist mindfulness meditation practice. All of my stops along the way brings them together in what I believe is a compelling narrative to help you go deeper, to help you rise higher, but most of all, to go to the mirror and learn to see that man, that true man that you were meant to be. And that's The Guy in the Glass, 6 questions to see the man you were meant to be. You can jump over to guyintheglass.com where you'll learn more about the book. You'll also get bonus content inside the book if you buy it. There's a QR code. We'll get you the free audio version along with a workbook. So a lot more coming. One day it's going to be interactive online with AI. We're working on that. But until then, jump over and buy the book, read the book, and I look forward to meeting you whenever that day comes. Until then, live that man, that guy in the glass, be that man, see that man that you were meant to be.